So I've been really grateful ever since COVID, really been pressed on, what am I doing here? How can I increase my impact on society and my legacy of people around me? And I've been doing nutrition and coaching and training for 20 plus years, and it's still part of the work. It has to be there. It's part of the ingredients. But where the rubber hits the road right now, and I'm telling you, man, is this thing about anxiety and stress. And it comes down to identity, of not knowing who they are, and always looking, to your point, looking upon my past experiences. I'm leaving it up to that to define me versus no. Let's look a forward projection of who you're trying to become. Because if you keep looking backwards, you're always going to be there. You're always going to be stuck in that zone of recycling what you've always been, because you're having that as your destination in the forefront of your mind. So long-winded, but that to me, it speaks to, I think, a lot of things, that the work that you and Josh have done in the Brotherhood. Why I got pulled into, why I love it, is this desire to, hey, let's be real men. Here's the challenges we face. Here's what we should be doing. And if you're not doing it, dude, buck up, man. Let's go and do the work, and stop relying upon your feelings to guide you on this stuff.
Yeah. Man, I mean, there's so much.
So much there. I know.
There's so much there. And I look through the lens of social media, through the lens of observation. I observe the men. I would say no one take this weird. It's an obsession. Like, I'm out in public and I'm watching how men are responding to their family. I'm watching how men are responding to their wives. I'm watching how they're responding to the stimulus around them, and how they carry themselves. And I'm like, men are failing. And it's just this overarching thing. And I've had situations where I've been in actual physical groups with other couples, and I can't stay in there. I'm like, honey, these men have no they just have no intention of moving themselves into a better place. I want to be around them and influence them, and they're just like, in the clouds, like just absolutely in the clouds.
Just going through
that
life.
that represents 90% of the men right now. And I told my wife, actually redefined this. I think I said this in the last podcast. She redefined it. She said, hey, I went to the post office today, and I was looking around, and there's a lot of guys in there, but there weren't any men in there. And she goes, thank you for being a man. And I think my wife she's very, very driven. She's very professionally driven. She's self-motivated. She would be the first one early on in our marriage. I don't need him. I love him. I need him, but I don't need him, as a protector. And now she's like, we're missing men in this world. Guys are everywhere. Men are very sparse. And I think that's true.
I like the perspective that you said there, because I think as guys, women have always been a part of our life. Like the attraction of a woman we want. And I've learned recently that a better way to define the lens that they see us through, and the lens they see us through, is through the lens of safety and protection. So it doesn't matter how big your biceps are, how big your bank account is, if you have a six-pack or you're overweight. That doesn't matter too much as them, because are they viewing you through the lens of protection and safety? If they are, you can be who you are. That's why I always see like the supermodels with the guys who are like, how the heck did he get her? Because that guy provides the safety and the protection for that woman in a very honest and real way. So I love that, dude, because I think if we can gain that perspective as men, it changes the game. It changes how I'm trying, like how I even interact with my own wife. What does she need from me? She needs me to do this, this, and this. She needs me to protect and serve and keep her safe. Well, how does that work? Well, that works with me doing the thing that she asked me to do. Hey, can you go out and, pick up the hose for me? There's an element of safety and protection there, because if I'm not willing to do the small things for her, will I be for her in the big things? That's a part of how women perspective on things. Now, where we look at women, are they attractive? Are they smart? We have other things that we look at from our end to women as far as our attraction, but their attraction to us is found in that element of protection and service. And I don't think guys get it.